Antonio Aguilar, thank you for your question. It's very, challenging. But here we go. Super Mario 64! This game is so... just magnifique! Mwah! Super Mario 64 DS took everything great about Mario 64, improved its graphics, gave you other characters to play as, and added levels and stars. And who doesn't want that? The other characters included Wario, Yoshi, and of course Mario's brother.
Oh.
Each character had their own set of stats. Mario is balanced, Yoshi is fast and can air kick himself up, Wario is fat, and Luigi can jump higher and walk on water. But just like Peter in the Bible, Linguini over here gets scared and sinks after just a short while. But he doesn't have this power due to faith or because God struck him with power.
I give thee, loose genie, the power of water walking. Got him.
No, there is science to it. Allow me to introduce to you the Basilisk Lizard, also known as the Jesus Lizard. This lizard, as you can see, is able to run on water, but it isn't magic. As its webbed feet hit the water in a cup shape, it traps a pocket of air underneath that becomes a firm footing for the next step. It pushes its legs not only back and down, but also out, giving it even more push. But if this lizard were to stop or even just slow down, it would sink. And this takes a lot of energy, so you can't do it for too long. Does all of that sound familiar? Playing as Lamborghini, you can only water scuttle until you either stop moving, slow down, or have gone too long, then you sink. But there's a huge difference between a lizard and an overweight Italian. The lizard is small, and thus it takes less air and power to keep it afloat. And when you look at another example, water skitters, these tiny insects can stay above water all they want simply due to water tension, because they are significantly lighter than this lizard even. So what happens when instead of subtracting weight, you add to it? Significantly. Little more. Little more. There you go.
Mamma mia.
But now I'd like to show you a very niche sport. Liquid mountaineering. Apparently, with shoes designed with cups to hold pockets of air, a hydrophobic coating which repels liquid, and by running fast, keeping your feet on the water as little as possible, and maintaining a down, back, and out motion similar to the basilisk lizard, you can push yourself out onto the water's surface for a few steps. Now you could argue with the fact that the Mythbusters tackled this video and proved it false using this guy, but many of those who defend this video point out that he isn't doing it right. You have to go at an angle, feet more outwards, hydrophobic and cup shoes, and more. And well, those people are dumb, because the creators of this video have also come out and said it was all a hoax, multiple times. Well, I just wasted your time with that little arc. There really is no scientific way to walk on water like this without a magical force. But what would it take to make it possible? The Mythbusters have also tested many myths about ninja shoes that allowed them to walk on water. They proved that they were incredibly difficult, near impossible to use. But I mean, these are two middle-aged men, not people who train their whole lives for moments such as this. So it is plausible that shoes similar to this could have been used with enough balance, though, due to the sound they would make, it wouldn't fit into the typical ninja stealth tactic. But regardless, Luigi doesn't wear wide water shoes, so he couldn't be using this method. He is too heavy to use surface tension, he can't use hydrophobic running shoes. What's left? Changing the water, perhaps? I know that by adding cornstarch to water, you raise the water's surface tension and its solidity. When force is quickly applied to oobleck, it solidifies just long enough for you to take a step. So Luigi has cornstarch on the bottom of his shoes, but only enough to go this long until it's all used up, then some fancy shoe reloading refills it?
Oh yeah!
Possibly, but I think there's something else going on with these shoes, and we should take a look at how they work on land first. Aside from jumping higher, what's another major difference between Mario and Luigi? He's more slippery. His jumping isn't quite as controllable, and neither is his running, and especially stopping. You stop, he slides. This effect is especially applied in Smash Bros. But he's not too different in size to Mario, so why does he slide around so much? It has to be something on his shoes. Perhaps ice flower crystals, or a freezing mechanism. When running on water, it partially freezes the water under his feet just long enough to walk across until the device gets too overwhelmed and has to stop. And the ice constantly on the bottom of his shoe would also cause him to slide around more. And there you have it. A still very unrealistic answer. You've stumped me, you really have. Excellent question, though I will tell you that the Science Channel, while being dumb and not actually showing any of the math they did say that with the weight of a human, you would have to run over 31 meters per second to be able to actually run on water. That's 3 times faster than Usain Bolt, the fastest man alive. So I guess Luigi, while not moving his body forward at that speed, is moving his legs at that speed. Apparently. It is called the water scuttle after all, and to scuttle means to run hurriedly or furtively with short, quick steps. So, Luigi's slippery ice shoes, in combination with moving his feet apparently so fast that we can't see them moving that fast with the game's frames per second, is what gives him this ability to walk on water. In this one game. He doesn't have this ability anywhere else. So maybe it is cornstarchy or more painty water with more surface tension that Luigi has mastered. They are in magical paintings after all. And speaking of those magical paintings, which one was your favorite? I really like the second snow one. So how about you? Let me know down below. And as always, keep using your heads and stay awesome!